Hey guys, back with another one. So getting directly into it, I happen to run across, Karlissa per usual acting messy and dissing Chrisean like nobody's business and giving Jaden all the credit, but she's supposed to be mad at both of them. Been dogging both of them online, CashApp and Jaden, but when it comes down to giving props, she'd rather give Jaden props all day long. So I want you to listen to what she had to say about CashApp and talking about Jaden used to give a whole check to Blueface. She'd take a little bit of money out and then she would give the rest of the check to Blueface. She says things that she ain't got no business saying. I don't think even if you were defending Jaden when you were dogging out Chrisean Rock in this video, I don't think Jaden would want you even repeating that she was doing those sort of things to Blueface, especially at a time when he ends up leaving her for alleged side chick, which is Chrisean Rock. So she ain't nothing but a mess.
At least Rock worked for hers. Jaden just wants to sit around and live off him. Well, she out working now. And hold on now. Hold on. I ain't gonna never let y'all say nothing crazy. Jaden used to work now. It wasn't for a whole long time, but it was a good time. And I probably wouldn't have did it, but she for John to get up off and become Blueface. Where I left off, she picked up, she went to work, she came home, she brought him her whole check. She might have took her some weed money out, a couple diapers.
Running all
that whole check and took it to the studio and kept on trying to make them offbeat songs. And she was paying. Come on now. You're going to have to give credit where credit is due.
It almost seems like she's proud of how Blueface acts like he's a PIMP. That's your son. You're supposed to have him show respect to a woman. That's not how you're supposed to raise a son, any child, to live off a woman and brag about it. You are on social media talking about what Jaden did from the kindness of her heart, okay? But now we know she's looking like a fool because you're sitting up here acting like you're defending Jaden, but you're really running Jaden's business out in Jaden because right now you're on bad terms with her. So at the same time, you're killing two birds with one stone. You're making Jaden look stupid, but you're at the same time trying to give her credit. Which one is it, Karlissa?
Now somebody popping up and making some, some industry money, some quick money, some fun money versus going to get up at 6 o'clock in the morning, feed your baby, hand your baby to the baby daddy, knowing he ain't about to get up with the baby, have to go to work praying and hoping that he hear the baby calling and screaming because he probably high too. Then she got to go on the job, stay there, take a little 30-minute lunch break, one housewife, which she probably was. I'm just going to say that.
And you're proud of it.
With the baby there, too. And you know what I'm saying? And she went through a lot to get him where he is at. So we're not going to say, oh, Chrisean worked. Chrisean ain't did. Jaden did. I'm sorry. Jaden clocked in. Okay? Jaden was clocking in. He was living at her mama house, rent-free, with her mama talking.
Karlissa is so jealous of Jaden and Chrisean Rock that it's not funny. She don't know which way to go. She don't know which way to go. She don't know if she coming or going. She don't know what side to be on. She ain't even on her own side. She don't like Jaden and she don't like Chrisean Rock. Every time you turn around, she's dragging both of them. Now she's trying to give Jaden Alexis credit, and Jaden Alexis be disrespecting her on the internet all the time. Chrisean Rock be trying to be humble, and you still have Chrisean Rock name in your mouth like you ain't got nothing better to do. You 50-something years old, and you talking about kids, people that are in their 20s, people that shouldn't even be in your mouth, especially if you got nothing nice to say.
Every day you done dropped out of college from my house, just broke it.
She proud of that.
Friends, whatever they bring up and want to talk.
It's the same story.
No, they just asked me right now.
She's proud to tell them.
Now Chrisean might be holding them down while he in the jail, and most women will run off on you while you in jail. So they both did their due diligence, okay? Everybody doing their due diligence, okay? Because I'm sorry, Mr. South.
You know, she's sick And I hate to say that, that's just my in my opinion. I ain't never seen no mother brag about a son that's doing women wrong, using them for his convenience, and you're sitting up there bragging about it. And do you call that a wholesome man or a wholesome son that you raised? You are bragging about your son being not a man and doing women recklessly. It's really sad. She's one of them type of mothers that would brag about, yeah, my son, he did a DV on Jaden and Chrisean Rock, and make a joke out of that like it's cute. Well, they shouldn't have popped off at him. They know how he is. She's one of those type of mothers. She'll make her sons, grandkids, and everybody else, because kids are like sponges too, think that growing up, that is how you're supposed to live. Karlissa, this is what you're trying to, give an image of for the future of your grandkids. That's how you're supposed to treat a woman. Come on now.
I folks go to jail for something. Well, she did have something to do with it. But if you go to jail, I ain't finna sit there my whole life and wait for you. Okay?
You talking about Chrisean now, huh?
So they both did their due diligence.
She can't do nothing.
Coin when he get home. That's my advice to him. Flip a coin, dog. If you get heads, you're lucky. If you get tails, you're. So y'all tell.
I told you when she gets to talking, she starts telling stuff that she shouldn't be saying because she already knows what's gonna pop off. That's one thing I will say. Her son don't mess with her because he knows that she knows how he gets down, and she has loose lips and sinks ships, and he knows that she'll mess around and say something that he don't want nobody to know that's going on, or pattern of behavior that of Bluefaces, and he knows that his mother will be running her mouth, saying too much, and getting him all jammed up like she's doing right now. Talking about flip a coin. What you mean by that? I'm not convinced that he's, gonna be solid and just be with Chrisean Rock. And at least if he's not gonna be with Jaden, we know he ain't gonna just be with Chrisean Rock. That's just my opinion. Habit of behavior. He has admitted publicly he's a cheater. And the mother admitted publicly that her son's a cheater. She advocates that he's a cheater. So I really hope that Chrisean is really careful how she plays her cards with Blueface. And I hope that she didn't waste her time and her freedom trying to hold that man down in jail.
When he get home.
You're a comedian. Yeah, you might be.
I try to tell you. If he get that big head, he gonna be in trouble. But if he get them tails, that's what we all gonna tell him. Let's all write him a letter today and tell him, look here, we understand what you're going through. Every man gets torn between two women who love him dearly. This is what you gonna have to do, partner. You gonna have to flip that coin and hope you don't get that heads or that tail.
Hey, Cat Williams, put it on the show, man. Put it on the show, Cat.
And why can't she just respect for now that it's been already outed from Wack 100 that Blueface is in love with Chrisean Rock? Even if it ain't the truth, at least respect it. Respect that maybe your son has changed and he's made up his mind. He's grown out of love with Jaden. There's an expiration date for everything. They were high school sweethearts and they were young. That don't mean they're forever. And for her to sit here and just get on live and just tell it. And, I mean, because at the end of the day, we have to, the apple don't fall too far from the tree. We have to understand he don't deal with his mama, but that's still his mother. And if anybody know him, because she been around him and she had him 9 months, would be her. But to run the business and to, you know, um, cause distraction and get, Chrisean Rock over there. She's already stressing out because of what's going on in her personal life, and get her all in her head and get Jaden all in her head because they all tune in like we all tune in, and they look at the same videos that we all look at. Jaden and Chrisean This is just ridiculous. You're doing what you're doing on purpose. You're miserable. You need to get a life. You need to stop doing what you're doing.
Holla at me.
So I want y'all to all go write my son and tell him we know you struggling with your decision.
Man.
And when you, whatever
Your
you
decision.
get heads or tails, you gotta stick with that. Or you could heads and the tails and go for the Megan Thee Stallion. That's what I would do. Get out and bring Megan Thee Stallion some roses. She would get roses every day. I bet you I'd get on that stallion. Bet you I would. How to do it. That's what the problem is. They don't know how to do it. Tell them.
She's sitting up there acting all high and mighty, but she was sure enough stressed out when her husband was threatening to leave her. But it's okay now because they're on good terms. Now she want to sit here and play around with other people's emotions and relationships. Talking about Megan Thee Stallion. Megan Thee Stallion, you don't want no Blueface. Please, she'll be running around. Megan Thee Stallion will be running around on Blueface, having him going crazy like he got Chrisean Rock and Jaden. Because what go around, come around. People got to realize karma is real. So whatever your son's doing that you think that is so cute, honey, let me tell you, karma is real. Blueface will have his day. He needs to make up his mind for real. You need to stop being on social media thinking this is a joke. This is real life. Okay? He does need to make up his mind. All this flip a coin and all this other stuff. You saying that now until your husband next month be ready to threaten to leave you again, and then you be sitting there on Instagram looking all sorry. See, people like to do stuff like Karlissa until it gets real and it happens to them. Because karma is real. And what goes around comes around. I hope Carlissa realizes everything that she is doing to people, because mental abuse is worse than physical. Physical abuse, you can heal a scar, okay? But mental abuse, some people don't jump back from that. And she doesn't realize that. She thinks life is a game. We just hope that your son stays out of jail and don't get out no DV on no woman, okay? Because what go around come around, and it's done back to him, and he don't like what went down, because that's why he's in jail now, putting his hands on women and not doing the right thing. So the joke's really on you, Karlissa, because you raised him to be like that, and you also bragging about him being that way.